Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here. This is Saturday, December the 2nd, only one day to the beginning of the season of Advent. We are still probably the last encounter we have with the book of Daniel. So it's a fairly lengthy reading. It's another vision that Daniel has. These are difficult to kind of get into or understand. They're very dramatic as they basically speak to a conflict between good and evil. So as for me, Daniel, my spirit was troubled within me, and the visions of my head terrified me. I approached one of the attendants, probably an angel, to ask him the truth concerning all this. So I'm going to jump over to kind of halfway through the reading. This is what the attendant said: "As for the fourth beast, there shall be a fourth kingdom on earth that shall be different from the other kingdoms. It shall devour the whole earth and trample it down and break it into pieces." Now, I think that is the church. I think. I have to admit, I'm going on a gut instinct here, because it will break all. I'm going back to the dream that Daniel interprets about, the huge giant statue. So I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. As for the 10 horns out of this kingdom, this is why I think I may be wrong. So if I do, I apologize for that. I just don't have time to go into all of the commentaries. This may actually be the Greeks, the Greek kingdom. As for the 10 horns out of this kingdom, 10 kings shall arise, because I think when the Greek, I can't think of his name right now, king died, he divided his kingdom up. This one shall be different from the former ones. They shall put down 3 kings. This is where to be honest with you, I get lost. I really have to do some serious digging. He shall speak words against the Most High, shall wear out the holy ones of the Most High, and shall attempt to change the sacred seasons and the laws. I think that's Antiochus, who was a real nasty one. He was irreverent, he was irreligious, he was sacrilegious. He murdered many of the Jewish people. So then the court shall sit in judgment, and his dominion shall be taken away, to be consumed and totally destroyed. So good will overcome evil. The kingship and dominion and the greatness of the kingdoms under the whole heaven may be given to the people of the holy ones of the Most High. Their kingdom shall be an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. So this is ultimately the victory of Christ the King. All right, so however bad it will get, and it will get bad. It was bad, super bad for the Jewish people many, many times in history when they were slaughtered at will. But many of them who were determined to be faithful to God resisted evil. Many of them died for this, but they went to heaven. And you and I also, when we resist evil, even if it means we refuse to look at the filth and the garbage and the satanic stuff of pornography, we try to be virtuous, we struggle each day to be good, to align ourselves with God's will, we will be saved. Not because we're supermen or superwomen, but because we cooperate with God's grace. Over to the gospel, Jesus spoke to his disciples about the end which is to come. Now he's giving some fairly, I think, clear teaching here. He said, "Be on your guard so that your hearts are not weighed down with dissipation and drunkenness and the worries of this life, and that day catch you unexpectedly like a trap." So don't live a life of sensuality. Don't live a life of comfort. It's not wrong to be comfortable, but to live a life of comfort is a mindset, right? Everything has to be easy. There's no difficulty. There's no aversion. There's no resistance that's necessary. I can't stand opposition. All this kind of stuff. I don't want to hurt people. Nobody wants to hurt people, but I mean, sometimes telling the truth in charity will hurt people because of sensitivities and so on. This is what I mean by a life, a mindset of comfort. For it will come upon all who live on the face of the whole earth. Be alert at all times, praying that you may have the strength to escape all these things that will take place and to stand before the Son of Man. So we got to pray to be faithful. And as I go back to the old recipe, plan of life, daily mortifications, daily prayer, reception of the sacraments, one day at a time, every day, but one day at a time. And you rise, if you have to rise 1,000 times, you rise 1,000 times. With humility, with contrition, with repentance. And it's all about being faithful to Jesus, but about keeping our relationship with Jesus vital, strong, active, dynamic. And this will help us to be extra aware, sensitive, sort of on the lookout, like a true watchman for evil, for temptations, and so on. So remember this as we are now on the eve of the great season of Advent. God bless you.